Be me, 28-year-old woman. Spent my 20s as the ultimate party girl. Club every weekend, sometimes weeknights too. Known for epic stories and wild adventures. The girl who could outdrink most guys, who knew every bouncer by name, who dance on tables without hesitation. Instagram full of glamour shots. Cocktails in exotic locations. Designer outfits, perfect makeup. Thousands of followers, endless validation. Dating life just as chaotic. Hookup culture's poster child. Serial dater with commitment issues. Longest relationship lasted 3 months. Have a friend, Sarah, since high school. Complete opposite of me in every way. Quiet, bookish, introverted. The girl who'd rather stay home reading than go out to the hottest new club. Never understood her choices. Constantly tried to help her. You need to put yourself out there more. How will you ever meet anyone? Let me do your makeup, style your hair. You'd be pretty if you just tried. She'd smile politely and decline. I'm happy how I am, thanks. Would roll my eyes at her naivety. Felt sorry for her limited life experience. How could anyone be happy without adventure? Without being desired, being seen? Remember her 25th birthday clearly. Begged her to let me throw her a party. Just this once, let's go all out. She finally agreed, probably to shut me up. Booked VIP section at exclusive nightclub, invited everyone we knew, spent a fortune on bottle service, made sure she wore something revealing. Tonight you're gonna meet someone amazing. She looked uncomfortable the whole time, barely touched her drink, didn't dance, stayed in the corner, talking to some random guy for hours. Didn't even notice him at first, not particularly tall or muscular, wore glasses, simple clothes, nothing special about him at all. The type of guy I'd never look twice at. Was annoyed she was wasting her night, tried to pull her away to meet hotter guys. Come on, there are literally models here. She politely declined. I'm enjoying this conversation. Eventually gave up, left her alone, continued my usual routine, shots, dancing, flirting with the DJ. Went home with some guy I barely remember. Woke up hungover in strange apartment, sneaked out before he woke up. Classic walk of shame, not my first. Called Sarah later that day. Sorry your party was a bust. She surprised me with her response. Actually, I had a wonderful time. That guy I was talking to, his name's Adam. We're having coffee this afternoon. Couldn't believe she was excited about him. Seriously, that nerdy guy in the corner? What do you even see in him? She just smiled. We connected. He listens. He's kind. Dismissed it as a one-time thing. Surely wouldn't last beyond first date. He was way too boring for anyone. But first date turned into second, then third, fourth, fifth. Suddenly they were officially together. Couldn't understand the appeal. He's so basic, Sarah. You could do better. Does he even know how to have fun? She'd just shake her head. He's thoughtful, supportive, smart. We enjoy the same things. I feel completely myself with him. Would watch them together sometimes, at dinner or group gatherings. The way they looked at each other, like they shared some private joke. How he'd bring her favorite snacks. Remember small details about her day? Ask about the book she was reading. Genuinely interested in her answers. Meanwhile, my dating life continued as usual. Endless carousel of attractive, exciting men, who eventually ghosted or disappointed, or wanted nothing beyond physical connection. 6 months into their relationship, Sarah moved in with Adam. Into his modest but charming apartment, helped her move boxes on a Saturday, watched how seamlessly they worked together, how he'd set up a reading nook just for her, with perfect lighting and comfortable chair, had reorganized his bookshelves to make room for her extensive collection, kept thinking, this won't last. Real passion needs drama, excitement. They'll get bored of this domestic bliss. But they never did. If anything, they seemed happier over time, building a life that suited them both. Board game nights with close friends, weekend hikes, cooking classes together, quiet evenings reading side by side. Nothing flashy or Instagram-worthy, but genuine contentment and simplicity. On their 1-year anniversary, he proposed during picnic at the park. No flash mobs, no elaborate schemes, just heartfelt words and perfect ring. One he'd designed himself, with tiny details reflecting their story. She called me crying with happiness, while I was nursing hangover from club night, scrolling through empty conversations, with matches who never responded. attending their engagement party, held at cozy bookstore cafe they loved, surrounded by people who truly cared, watched Adam's gentle attentiveness, how his eyes followed her across the room, the way he'd touch her shoulder as he passed, small gestures of constant connection. Realized I'd never experienced that. With any of the men I'd dated, began to notice patterns in my life. The excitement always faded, left with emptiness after each encounter, constant search for next adrenaline rush, while Sarah seemed increasingly grounded, happier, more confident, more herself, helped her plan the wedding, intimate ceremony in botanical garden. Nothing extravagant, but perfectly them. Teared up watching their personalized vows, the absolute certainty in their voices. No doubt they'd found their person. Caught the bouquet accidentally. Everyone laughed and cheered. "You're next," they joked. Smiled along, but felt hollow inside, knowing how far I was from what they had. Continued my lifestyle for another year, but something had shifted. Clubs seemed louder, less exciting, hookups more empty, conversations shallow. Found myself declining invitations, spending more nights at home alone, wondering where my choices had led me. Visited Sarah and Adam's new house, modest but warm, filled with books, plants thriving in every corner, wedding photos displayed proudly, evidence of shared adventures, souvenirs from their honeymoon. Watched them cook dinner together, moving around kitchen in perfect sync, finishing each other's sentences, gentle touches as they passed. Noticed Sarah's slight bump, their first baby on the way. Announcement made without social media fanfare, just quiet joy between them. Feeling growing in my chest, not quite jealousy, not quite longing. Recognition of something valuable, something I'd dismissed as boring, something I'd been too blind to see. Realized what she'd found wasn't settling, wasn't sacrificing excitement for security, was deeper connection than I'd ever known, passion built on friendship, understanding, not just physical attraction or status, real partnership that strengthened over time. On my birthday, went to dinner with them. Adam asked about my dating life, usual questions, expected answers, just keeping things casual, enjoying my freedom, you know. Sarah looked at me with gentle eyes. "Are you happy, though?" Simple question hit like earthquake. Couldn't answer immediately. Thoughts racing through mind. Was I happy with constant novelty? With relationships that never deepened? With life measured in likes and followers? Driving home alone that night, past clubs where I used to be regular, didn't feel pulled to stop anymore. Realized I wanted something different. Something I'd mocked for years. Something quiet, steady, real. Deleted dating apps from phone. Scaled back social media presence. Started exploring interests beyond partying. Cooking classes, book club, hiking, activities I'd enjoy regardless of audience. Met different kinds of people, with substance beyond appearances. Haven't found my Adam yet. Not sure I deserve someone like him, but learning to value different qualities. Kindness over swagger, intelligence over bravado, consistency over intensity. Watch Sarah and Adam with their newborn. Complete family they've created. Built on foundation of mutual respect. Realized the quiet girl knew all along. What would bring lasting happiness? While I chase temporary thrills, sometimes the least flashy love burns the brightest, lasts the longest, and the party girl ends up alone, watching from the sidelines. As the bookworm gets her happy ending,